Page 74, taps. Very famous piece for bugles or trumpets. If this lesson introducing you to a upbeat or a pickup measure, incomplete measure, anacrusis, whatever you want to call it. Well, let's talk about it just a bit so you understand what's going on. You see, according to the time signature, every measure has to have a certain number of counts in it. Just the way it is. However, we don't always want to start a piece on count 1. We want to start maybe on some other count on the measure. So this is how they do it most of the time. They take the last measure of the piece and they split it, and they take the end of that measure and they stick it at the beginning. You'll notice the first measure here has 2 eighth notes in it. That's 1 beat in 4/4 time. So the other 3 beats got to be somewhere else, and they're at the end. The last measure is a dotted half note, which is 3 counts. The idea here is we're not coming in on beat 1, we're coming in on beat 4. 4 and 1. It leads into the next measure. It prepares it, picks it up. The feeling is that go to here. Part of interpreting it, I'll come back to that. But that's what it is. It's just so you understand the first measure may not have all the counts in it. You're coming in on some other beat. Now let's talk taps here. It's 3 lines long, treble, bass, clef, 4/4 time signature. We do have a pickup beat. They call it an upbeat. You call it whatever you want. I don't care. But the point is we're not coming in on beat 1. We're coming in this case, on beat 4. And I know it's beat 4 because it's the end of the measure. So it's like counting backwards. What you see there is at the end of the measure. And if I had something in front of that, that would be beat 3 and then beat 2. I could figure it out. Which beat are we coming in on? Well, how many beats are there? They're the last beat in the measures, so whatever it is. Eighth notes, dotted half notes, we can do all that, I hope. There's some whole notes, that's fine. I'm going to take both hands at the same time because they're playing one hand at a time most of the time. The left hand starts here on 4th finger, that puts the left hand here. Right hand has thumb on middle C, so we're in middle C position here. And it's 4 and 1 and. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. You get the idea? You get to measure 5. The left hand has to have come down here. So in measure 4 in the lower staff, they say prepare left hand, and that's sweet. Normally music doesn't do that. And they covered up the rest. There should be a whole rest in that measure. Well, simply in that measure, sometime you're moving the left hand down. I usually do it at the end. So all together. Here, for it. Once you have the notes and the rhythms okay, you think about the articulation, which here you follow the slurs. You can lift up just a little bit on the slurs if you want. They're like phrases here. Maybe you prefer to connect them. You can. I would suggest in measure 4, though, go ahead and lift up after the dot. It's a new phrase. Connect all that as best you can. There are different ways of interpreting it. You decide, or your teacher will help you decide on how to interpret the phrases. Dynamics, this peaceful at the end. This is where the day is over, now we're done. Whatever you think moderately soft is. Measure 5, you go up to loud, or moderately loud, I should say, the chord, keep that soft. And then you have the little hairpin to come back down to saw. Each of these notes at the end, go get a little softer. Softer, softer. Yeah. Speed, peacefully. Okay, just whatever. I don't know what peacefully is. Don't copy me, please. You feel it. You get it in yours. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that pickup, bum, bum, bum. 4 and 1. We want to hear that C's got to be a little louder than the 8th note. It needs to be clear that you did not start on beat 1. 1. Because that sounds like 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. No, it should be 4 and 1. 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1. To feel the natural accents there. Let's play it together very slowly. Well, it's a slow piece anyway. Just to check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do the dynamics, just notes and rhythms. I'll give us 3 counts because we come in on beat 4. 1 and ready and go and. And 2 and 3 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 and off. There is a duet for this at the bottom of the page. I'd like to play that, sort of. I'm going to play quarter notes throughout because we need to keep a beat. I need you to go up an octave again. So just pretend middle C instead of here is up here at this C. And you're playing it all up here. And here. I'll give us 3 counts. So we're going to go a little faster, but not much. 1, ready and go and.